Hi, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and ATM Mastermind group page, and today we're here to talk about 5 questions that were asked from our group before starting an ATM business. So we decided to answer some of the questions, we do a video on it, and talk about these specific questions that people asked during the course of our online Facebook community. Again, thank you guys very much for subscribing to our YouTube channel, and always go to our ATM Mastermind group page to join a community of like-minded individuals just like yourself. We also have an A to Z program that teaches our entry-level people how to get in ATM business and make that passive income or extra income every month that helps you earn extra income every month. All right, so we're going to dive right into it today. Our first question comes from, and forgive me if I butcher your names, I don't mean to, I'm not that good with names. All right, so Mr. Ash Robertson, his first question is, what do you think is important to put into a mobile ATM contract? All right, so I'm going to give you three things that I think are very important to put into this contract. Number one thing that I would put in that we do put in a contract is I put up a setup fee. Now we put in a line item that says the setup fee, charge $100 for setup, $100 for teardown. And what this is it gives you a negotiation tool for when you negotiate any surcharge. So maybe the location will say, you know what, we're looking to get X amount of surcharge per transaction, or we're looking to generate revenue. This is a charity event, and you know what, it might be a charity event for those people, and you're very charitable, and so are we, but you know what, we're in a business and we're trying to generate extra revenue, so we were not able to be that charitable for their event. But what we do is we'll say, okay, here's what we do. Because it's a charity, here's what we'll do is we'll scratch a line item out of that setup fee, where we'll waive the setup fee, or we'll waive the teardown fee. And this gives you a little throwaway item that the location or with the festival and event, we call them F&Es, the festival and event now feels, you know what, these guys are all right because they're helping us out. They took away the setup fee and or teardown fee. So that would be the first thing. Second thing we do is we spell out exactly what they want in the form of a surcharge split. Whatever they're looking for. Sometimes they're not looking for anything, sometimes they want something, and now because we did the setup fee, we can negotiate either a better deal for us, and that helps out. So now we can say, okay, tell you what, you want $1 a transaction, we had that setup fee, and you keep that setup fee there, so that'll minimize the amount of money that you have to give that location. Okay, and the third thing that we do when we deal with a mobile ATM location agreement is we ask the location for something or the event for something. That's usually in the terms of vendor passes or parking passes, because what happens is during the course of the event, you might need to go there for whatever reason. Maybe there's a service call, maybe something happened, maybe you went through more money than you thought, and now you have to get in to service the ATM. And you don't want to have to pay for parking, park all the way on the outskirts of the event, and then walk through the whole crowd to get into the event, and then tell them who you are. You want a vendor pass or a parking pass to get you into the back door of the event or the side door into the event, and this helps out with streamlining. Also, you always ask for, hey, you know what, if you guys would like, hey, you know what, can I get some vendor passes? I want to bring my family, I want to listen to music, or my kids want to ride the rides, and that, you know what, it's usually a throwaway for them, it's not a big deal, but why not ask for it? It helps with some negotiation, and it helps you guys better with the event. So, and hey, it's a throwaway, and maybe you have a good day with your family out there. Okay, so our second question comes from Mr. Khaled Alamoudi, and he asked, ATM screen advertising. Can I make it profitable? Is there a way to make money on this? So my answer, in the 20 years of my experience, my answer is I haven't found a way to make money in this with advertising. Now, they have tried advertising on the back of the receipt paper, where you would go out, you would get an advertiser, print their name on the back, maybe like a coupon or something. Everybody is a potential customer to get that coupon and redeem that. Tried that, wasn't successful. Putting on different ads, beer advertising or some other kind of advertising on the screens, that hasn't been successful. And the other thing is put a big screen up above the ATM. We haven't been successful in any of those ventures that we've tried. Doesn't mean that it's not successful for you. It just means that it hasn't been successful for us. Now, most of the time, the reason is because the advertisers, they want analytical data that I can't provide. How much foot traffic per day? What type of people come in? Economic demographics of the people that come in the store. I don't have any of that. I'm not in the advertising game. I'm in the ATM game. So I just thought, you know what? I'm going to stay out of this lane, and we've been successful staying out of the lane. Lately, I have seen a company. What they do is you buy their screen, you put it on, and they'll go out and get the advertisers for you. So that might have a possibility. Challenge is they're new to the game, and let's see, for us, we're going to see if they're going to be around 6 months, a year, and then we're going to talk. One of the challenges with that company, talked to the sales guy, tremendous guy. I'm ready to buy, except for one of my holdbacks where they needed more bandwidth than a wireless could provide. So they needed it hardwired into the location, and they were going to use a bunch of data because they're constantly putting up ads, taking them down. That seems like a little bit of a barrier to me to get into the game, but it doesn't mean it's not right for you guys if you want to try something like that. So, but right now we're going to wait and see pattern on that company for our personal brand. Okay, and number 3, we got Nicholas James. So he writes in and he wants to know, what specific questions should I ask the store owner, the merchant, when trying to put in an ATM into the store, so I can get a better feel for, is this going to be a viable location for my business? Okay, so the questions aren't really what you should ask the store owner. The questions are what you should ask yourself in this, and you will get a better feel of vetting these locations one by one. The longer you get in the game, the more you'll get a feel, but when you're starting out, questions you want to ask yourself are, number 1 is, why does somebody need cash at this specific location? Okay, if it's a sit-down restaurant and it's a little upper scale, do people really need cash at that? Most of the time, they're going to pay with a credit card. Could somebody use cash? Yes, they could, but most of the time they're not. So that means your transactional volume is going to be low. Gas stations, convenience stores, liquor stores, people go to those locations to buy a product and get cash. So you know that that's why they go there. Okay, the other places, why does somebody need cash here? And that's the question you need to answer yourself. The second question is, do I solve a problem? Okay, I'm a cash-only business. People are leaving my business to get cash to come back. I solve a problem. I put an ATM in there, they go to the ATM, they get cash, and now they can pay whatever. If it's a bakery, if it's a store that is a cash-only store, if it's a restaurant that's cash only, if it's a bar that's cash only, what we are doing is we're solving a problem. The store doesn't take credit cards, but they do take cash, and we're driving customers from that store to our ATM so they can get money, so they can pay for whatever that store owner is selling. We're solving a problem. Those are the 2 basic questions that you need to answer yourself in the ATM business. Mr. Geronimo, he writes in, where can I place an ATM that includes processing fee? So it's funny you should ask that. Here at PDQ Merchant Enterprises, we're a full-service ISO. That means we sell ATMs, we do processing, we sell parts, sell wireless, sell paper, everything and anything to do with an ATM business, we sell here at PDQ, and we have done for almost 20 years. Full service, nighttime service, weekend service, we can help you guys out, and we can help you through the whole part of ordering an ATM. Now, again, we have a program for entry-level people, an A to Z approach that helps you, gives you tutorials, and we also give coaching for the A to Z approach. But if you're just looking to buy an ATM, we can help sell you an ATM. So good question, and I'm glad that you asked that question. All right, so Mr. Wilson, he asked, what are the best places to put an ATM? Okay, number 1 spot is a 24 hours a day 7 days a week, truck stop. That's the #1 spot to put an ATM. High volume, never closes, ton of traffic, a lot of truckers, a lot of people coming in and out of the door. That's the best spot. The second spot is an adult club, okay? 7 days a week, open up at maybe 11 o'clock, stay open at 2 or 3 in the morning. An adult club is the second best place to put an ATM. And the third best place to put it is a high volume, cash only bar with gaming, okay? That is another great spot to put an ATM. So one of the things I just want to talk about is that, you know what, all this depends on the split. If you're doing high volume and you have to give away a ton of the cash, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be the best spot. You have the transactions, but you won't have the money because of the split. So you make sure that the split is good and you're making money. And then one of the other things is, you notice I didn't talk about dispensaries in any of those top 3. That's because we're told that we're not supposed to put ATMs in dispensary. In your state, it might be legal, but federally, it's illegal to put an ATM in a dispensary and to have an ATM associated with a dispensary. So again, doesn't mean that there's not an ATM in every dispensary that I've ever seen or ever heard about, but it just means that, you know what, it might not be the best course of action for you. A lot of times we do hear that dispensaries, they get raided by the feds because they were doing something wrong, and then there goes your ATM and there goes your cash. So, but you got to make that judgment for yourself, but that's the reason we didn't mention dispensaries. So hope those tips are helpful. Again, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind group page. And I just want to thank you guys for liking our channel, helping our channel grow. Always remember, you can go over to the Mastermind group page. It's free to join. There's a lot of good, like-minded people, just like yourself, in there talking about your business and some of the trials and tribulations that you're going through. So hope this video is helpful, and always remember to like and subscribe to the channel and ask any other questions that you guys maybe want to have answered. So thank you very much.